Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim. This guy over here is Sal. Down on the corner is Dan Kelly from Dan Kelly Art, formerly of Instagram, now live on Instagram. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newest solid member of the Codex Station. That would be the Ric Flair of comic books, Uncle Gary himself.
Thank you. It is an honor to be on this show with you gentlemen.
Absolutely. Well, yes, definitely.
The honor is all ours.
The
honor is all over here.
Has porn music. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it does.
Gentlemen,
like this. What I was doing during the break.
Whoa! There we go. Right
Maybe
on.
That was the best 30 seconds you've had.
Sometimes all it takes is 31 seconds to be super awesome. Ladies,
just remember, sex is like a race, and you got to make sure to finish first so that you win.
Oh my God, we are on all the socials, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is type in Codex Station. And
all the social diseases. We're on all social diseases.
Negative. I can't even talk right now. Your favorite social media platforms and where we are live streaming right now. Thank you guys. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss any more of this super awesome and explosive content. We also have we also have a website, ladies and gentlemen, thecodexstation.com, so you can go get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. It is your one-stop shop for all things Codex related. Now, let's talk about Sal. Where can they find you when you're not doing Codex stuff?
All right, when I'm not here on Codex, I'm actually got my YouTube channel. It's called Sal's Comic Corner. You should check that out. And I'm also on Instagram under the Slab Guy 77.
There we go. And Dan, you were on Instagram, but you are now on Instagram.
What?
Why is that, and where can people find you?
I don't know. I don't really know what that means. But you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. I post a few times a week, like this. Like this
one. Look at that beauty! Woo!
Yes.
For
nice.
For our founder Jamie. So go check it out. And I actually haven't posted the finished one yet, so I probably will next week. So go check it out and give me a like. About 650 now, so I'm marching towards 700.
There you go.
And right here, the newest member.
Yeah, Uncle Gary, you'll have a thought bubble next week. But right now, where can people find you when you aren't doing Codex stuff?
Man, I hope I'm bringing the show down. Sorry, fellas. All standards just dropped. So you can find me on Facebook. I'm under the name Opie Taylor. But on the comic character of the day, I'm posting the covers every day. So, you know, I put covers that I think are great, and hopefully you will too. They're old school covers. And then there are days like the day where I was supposed to match. I was going to match the character the day that was the Scorpion, but I didn't do the Scorpion. I did a Scorpion cover, you know, so I do things like that. So, but it was a great House of Mystery cover. I'm also a part owner of Comic Logic, the only comic store in Loudoun County, Virginia. So if you're in Northern Virginia, come see us. And then every second and third Thursday of the month, I'm on a show, Ye Grumpier Old Nerds, that is with the two other owners of Comic Logic, Rob Kalin and my best friend Mike Harbour, and I do that show. So you can find us there. We're in the same room talking nonstop nonsense together, and that's where you can find me there. So hopefully you like my covers. If you like the covers I do, you know, give me some feedback. If you know, like I said, it's old school, baby. So that's what you get. I'm an old man. So
perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as YouTube goes, if you're watching this right now and you haven't hit the like button or subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do so. We are at 917 right now. We are on
you so long.
Yeah, we are on the big 1,000. So please
on the cusp.
Help us get there. Absolutely. And the last thing before we get started on some awesome covers, Dan, I'm going to have you get us started today. But right now, don't forget our sponsor. Go ahead and head over to Dubby Energy, Dubby.gg. I can't talk today.
Dubby Energy, Dubby.gg.
Yes, use keyword code -X to save 10% on your order at checkout. There you go.
Great.
God almighty, that was a chore to get through. Dan,
it's gonna be one of those shows, baby. Come on.
It is. Let's do it. Dan, start us off, man. Hi guys. Show us some DC awesomeness. What do you got?
I've only got 2 DC books this week.
Okay.
So I'm all caught up on my reading except for the stuff that I got this week. So I'll probably start reading some of that tomorrow. But I got Detective Comics. What is this? 10.
I'm trying, Tone. I'm trying.
10.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's really nice dark.
1073. Yep.
I am loving all the covers with Detective right now. I haven't read any of it because, from what I understand, it is a long read, and it's best to read it all in one instead of in pieces.
I've actually been enjoying the Batman book more than I've been enjoying Detective right now. But not to say Detective's not good, because it is. But yeah, they're both good.
Yeah.
And then the other book I got this week, I've been loving this series so far, is
Oh yeah,
Hero number 3.
So good.
Nice.
Some of the
writing's
best
been
DC's
great. The
come
art's
out
been
right
great.
Right on. All right, that's all you got for DC this week?
That's it for DC this week.
Okay. Sal, what about you? What do you got for DC?
I only got one book for DC,
Ooh.
and that is my Detective Comics 1020. What was the number again? 1073.
There we go.
1073.
Okay. Well, all right. That seems to be the big one so far. Uncle Gary, what do you got for DC this week?
All right, let's see. Since we're showing all the DCs, I did get the Harley Quinn, the newest Harley.
Nice.
That looks like a Doctor Strange cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's Harley Strange. I got the Batman, The Adventures Continue.
That's animated series,
animated.
Right? Yeah.
I dig that. I also got the Green Arrow, number 3. Great. I'm with Dan. Great book.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it. Personal friend Philip Kennedy Johnson's Action Comics. I'm digging that a lot. I'm enjoying the stories in there. So I haven't read this week's, like y'all, Broken Record, The Detective. So
I'll be showing mine here in a minute too. So.
But I added a little special to it. Also got the Kelly Jones variant.
Nice.
So the Kelly Jones variant.
Yeah,
And then I was going to show just the and also, with a title like Brave and the Bold, I'm going to get it no matter what it is. So
nice.
Brave and the Bold is one of my
That's
favorite titles.
Cover.
Yeah, it's a cool Joker cover, and like I said, Brave and the Bold is going to suck me in anyway since I have a complete run. A few things that came out a few weeks ago, I just want to highlight since I wasn't with y'all last week. The Nightwing book has been amazing. So if you're not reading this, and this one was done from his perspective, I think Dan talked about it last week, where looking through his eyes, the whole thing, just phenomenal. And I'm really digging the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
A cool reintroduction of Brother Blood, which was really good. Have y'all read it?
Yeah,
Dan,
yeah, it's the first one. Yeah.
Yep. So really cool. And then I know y'all had shown some of your Wonder Woman 800s. I got 2 of the variants. I got the
nice
foil cover where she's doing the spin. She's doing the spin, and it's kind of neat on the back side of this. There's kind of a neat little.
That's nice.
Wow,
that's kind of neat. So I dig that, and then I love me some Boland. So
yeah,
I got the nice Boland variant.
That's
so
nice.
Yep. So I know it's
Very
a few
good.
weeks old, but I want to. I hadn't seen y'all with these.
No,
so
that's okay.
Thanks.
Is that it for DC for
That's
you?
it for DC. Yep.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, let me go ahead and show you what I got. So I got my one book from Heroes Corner Comics this week, and it is Wonder Woman number 800.
That's a great cover.
I like that cover.
That's a nice one.
This is her first appearance. I can't remember her name to save my life today. But it's Wonder Woman's. Yeah, I think so. Wonder Woman's daughter. Either way, I got it. It's awesome. It's amazing. I am in love.
Which is funny because when in the book, when they print the page that shows like all the different variant covers, that one's not printed in there.
Really?
Yeah, it's like towards the back they print all the different variant covers for the issue, and that one's not on there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, go to heroscornercomics.com and you can get one too.
That was a close call. I almost picked that one up, but it's like I can't get them. I don't want to get them all.
I wish I would have gotten that one.
We've all seen this one, so I don't think I need to show that anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we all are getting Detective. That means that you should too.
Good luck. Yep. Oh,
Nice
there you
cover.
go.
Yep.
Can't
Yeah.
go wrong there.
Kelly Jones, baby.
Gentlemen, I am following suit. I asked Jamie about this last week, and he said it was awesome. You guys just said it was too, and I'm glad I finally got a copy of it. So
Yes.
I'm
Nice.
going to start reading too.
It's a
I'm
good
excited.
book.
Yep. Excellent start.
Who's writing right now? Taylor. Ooh,
Yep.
interesting.
And
Okay.
I like how he has the way that he writes the characters in there, that he writes it as they're not just the same characters they've been, that they're actually grown up. Like,
Nice.
especially a character like Raven, you can definitely see, the difference in her character when she was first introduced to the way that she is now. And it's like, yeah, it's a natural progression. It's a natural growth.
I'm glad you said that, because what I'm looking for in this is not a teenage book, right? I'm looking for adult heroes doing adult things in an adult team, and I want to see Titans.
Whoa, wait.
No.
What are we
You
talking
know what I
about?
mean? You know what I mean?
Hey, it's after dark. They can do that, Sal.
I want to see Titans on the level of Justice League, right? Because like in Marvel, you've got the Avengers, you've got the X-Men, et cetera, et cetera. Titans need to be on that level, and I'm excited to read it.
And
well, they're ascending to that spot. They're ascending to be the League right now.
Nice.
With the League being gone, they are, they are taking the place of the League. So
nice.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Good.
Well, first issue was so good.
The first issue?
So good.
Good.
Second. Have you read the second yet, Dan?
Yeah, that was good too.
Oh, Sal,
I'll
did you read
be
the
picking
second?
that up.
Not yet. I've not read the second one yet.
Oh, really good.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. I would love to talk more about Titans, but let's talk about former Justice League members with I think is the best DC has to offer right now in single titles, and that is Superman. Unreal, amazing. Williamson is doing wonderful work on this. Superman is back to form, and it is a beautifully written book with a lot of heart, and I love it.
That's a great cover too. I love that cover.
I got the C cover for that. I didn't like the B cover. Dan, you showed that last week, I think.
No, I got the A cover.
Okay, then Jamie showed it. I was not a fan of it, but this cover I thought was really awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I really loved this. So this is my last for DC for the week. Sal, why don't you take us down the road of independence?
Okay, for indie, I've got one.
Okay.
Da-da-da. I have Vanish, number 8.
All right.
This is a great book. I love this story so far. I've not read this particular issue yet. I haven't read anything yet, but this is a great series. Definitely should pick this up.
What is the series about? Because you guys have shown it, and I don't know much about it.
I'll let Dan do the summary on this one. He describes it better than I do.
Okay.
I'll let Dan describe this one better.
Well, Dan, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
For indies, I also got Vanish.
Nice.
So yeah, it's the story of basically there were all these kids that I guess that were part of this mystic school, and they were, there was the good mystic, or like the good magicians and the bad magicians, and the guy that was the head of the bad magic users, they was attacking him. A lot of people die. They think he's dead. They think all the bad guys are dead, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward to the future, which is where the book picks up, or not the future, but the current day where the book picks up. And, the main character is just living this average kind of life. And there's these superheroes that start popping up, and he realizes these superheroes aren't really superheroes. Like, they're the bad magic users. And he decides that he's going to start hunting them and killing them.
Wow.
And like reclaiming the magic, and then it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper into what's going on with him, and what's going on with what happened to some of these other younger characters, or some of these other younger magic users as they grew older. And he was supposed to be this like big savior kind of one.
It sounds good.
It is. It's graphic. It's got some good artwork and art sequences in it.
I'm not doing the description of it justice, because it's so far it's only 8 issues in, but it's so far very dense in the world building and stuff that they've done. But yeah, it's definitely been a crazy ride so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also got Blue Book number 5.
Yes. What
which,
cover is that?
I usually buy the A covers, but this week I thought the B cover was just. This is the B cover. I thought it was just so much better than the A cover.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For anyone a fan of 90s Image, I got Local Man number 5
Nice.
with the
Ooh, flip cover.
on it, which, yeah, this book has been a whole lot of fun to read so far. And then this book, I guess it's a story by James Tinian, but someone else is actually writing it and doing it. It's The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah,
Wow, what a title.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about it. I just saw it on the shelf. One of the guys, Travis, at the comic shop we go to, had, they have their like recommended thing up there, so that was his recommended one. And I was flipping through it on the different copies they had on the shelf because they have a couple different covers, and this was the only one they had that had this like foil, this foil
Title.
logo. So I don't know if I just happened to get the last foil logo that was on the shelf, or if this was some, one of those like limited runs, where they'll like mix it in and not really say anything about it. So I don't know. Time will tell, but it looked pretty interesting. I flipped through it. The artwork looked good. So we'll see.
All right. Is that it for Independence?
Yeah,
for you?
that's it for Indies.
Okay. Uncle Gary, go ahead and continue down this road. Show us what you got for Independence this week.
All right, Independence. This is an older one that I hadn't read. I bought the second issue of a series, and then I had to get the first issue. So I got Lamentation number 1 here. It's a horror book. So my buddies at Comic Logic have told me it's I think it's an actress is going to be a part of a play that's a horror play, and then she finds out it's real. The circumstances are real, and that she's trapped in it now. So I look forward
to putting that out.
Omni or Oni. Sorry,
Oni. Wow. Okay.
Oni Press. So here's issue 2. But what really gravitated me toward this was a full-page ad on the back cover.
And
Comic Logic.
there we go.
Look at that.
So
nice.
We made a at the retailers meeting that they had in Pittsburgh this year. Rob and Mike, they had made a donation to charity, a raffle type of thing, and they won a full-page ad in Oni Press. So they lived up to what they said they were going to do, and it's nice to have that. So
that's wonderful.
It's a national book. And then I bought a trade. I love this series, Junkyard Joe.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
By Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. I really like Frank's work, and I really dig this universe that he's setting up. That started with Geiger, and then they had the 80-page special that had the Red Coat in it and some other characters. And I really dig the Junkyard Joe. I dig the art. It's just really
nice,
interesting book. So I've had a lot of fun with it. So I've enjoyed it.
Nice.
I mean, it's not really a fun story, but it's a cool comic story. So
yeah,
nice. And that's it for you for Independence?
That's it for Indy. Yep, that's my Indy.
Okay. All right. And I will put a cap on this before we go into the Mighty Marvel. For Independence this week, I have the latest issue of The Last Ronin. This is cover B.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Love that. I'm loving the story. I think it's really good. This is great Turtles stuff. And I have cover C here too, which I think looks pretty awesome. Take a look at that.
That is nice. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, really cool. I dig that. And Dan, like you, I got Blue Book, but I got the A cover. The A cover looks pretty cool, but the B cover that you have, I think, looks better.
Yeah. I mean, the A cover is not terrible, but I saw them both on the shelf, and I thought the B cover just popped a bit more.
Oh yeah.
But Tim, the UFO is you, baby.
Oh, dude, all the way.
Yeah,
I've been loving this story every month that it's come out. When I get my comics, if this is in the pile, this is first to get read. So it's wonderful. If anybody hasn't read it, read it. You will love it. And then I got a mail call from Dan today. And I am so glad I have this, Dan. Thank you very much
Oh,
for
you're
sending
welcome.
it to me. Void Rivals #1.
Nice.
Yeah, the impossible book to find that's sold out everywhere. That's why you have friends at the Codex Station.
Mhm.
And that's it. That's all I got for Independence. So, Uncle Gary, why don't you go ahead and get us started with the Mighty Marvel?
All righty. So I'm going to just backtrack just a little bit with the Marvel because we were talking about the George Perez covers.
Mhm.
And I have one from several weeks ago that I don't think you all put up, but is the FF with the Impossible Man cover.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was the first of this series.
Of
they're
the
doing.
set, right?
Yeah.
So if you did put it up, I'm sorry I missed it, but I love me some Impy. I think one of the covers of the week I did the Impossible Man Summer Special from 1991.
Nice.
You know, I know Dan, you showed this last week.
Yeah,
The Vision cover. I love the Vision on there, and it's just since I got this the Scarlet Witch one by
Man.
Perez.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's a great Witch. His Hulk cover, the Perez Hulk cover.
Is that
got
for the new Incredible Hulk series?
Yeah, that's #1. So that's one of the alternate covers.
Kevin's got a question here. Is that the list years? Does anybody know what he's talking about?
Lost.
The Lost Years.
Lost Years of what?
For George Perez.
Oh, yeah, these covers, I haven't seen them before, so I don't know if they were from commissions maybe, or where they got these images from.
I read that what they did was they went with his family and went through all the artwork that he had left behind in his studio, and they combed through stuff that it's all stuff that was previously unreleased. So it was
nice.
I guess commissions that he did, or just stuff that he was like, hey, I just drew this for fun or whatever, and they just combed through all the stuff and picked out the ones that they thought were best to put on this series of covers. I think there's going to be 20-something of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm going to get them all, just like I have all the timeless ones, from the villains and from the heroes that they had before. So it's just, I'm going to get them all. I'm a sucker like that. I know you showed this a few weeks ago, but I just wanted to reiterate how great this Jim Chung Hulk cover is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And, the Hulk's logo was in the cinder block. And so to have the Hulk logo and the giant cinder block behind him, I think is an amazing image. And then another Avengers, and I'm with you. I know, Tim, you're talking about how much you love the Avengers book. Mm-hmm. I'm really digging it so far. But this was the corner box cover with the Vision.
Nice.
Cool. And that's pretty.
Go ahead.
That's
Dan.
cool.
I was going to say, is that Mark Brooks?
I'm not sure. Let's
Sal, you want to take a look at that?
I'll take a look.
Okay. Sal's got you.
It's Brooks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because I think that's another series of them that they're going to be doing, because he posted a couple of them on his Instagram a while ago. So I think that's another kind of series of them they're going to do.
Yeah, that's supposed to be reminiscent of the corner boxes.
Yeah.
So
nice.
All right. I know, Sal, Tim, this was going to hurt. So if you don't want to look, the new Spider-Man. And I got to say something. I kind of dug the Doc Ock in this issue. We weren't dealing with all the other stupid stuff, right? It was a Doc Ock issue, and I kind of enjoyed that.
I have my thoughts, and I'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. Well, right. Listen, if he walked on water, you wouldn't be happy with him. I get
it. I'd be like, liar.
It's ice. It's frozen water. It's ice. Storm 2.
Nice.
Oh, I love #1. I have not gotten 2 yet, but
yeah,
I enjoyed.
I enjoyed 1. I haven't read 2 yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Daredevil and Echo.
Okay.
That's a sweet spot.
Right there.
Daredevil. There we go. Daredevil and Echo. #2. I really dig this Thor cover.
Ooh.
So.
Is that Hela?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hela.
Wow.
Hela good.
Riding
Hela
a dead stag. So, there you go. So
I've been known to be called a red stag from time to time. So
red stag or dead stag?
Both.
Red. If hell rode you and said it was a dead stag, that ain't so good.
I guess that's a compliment from her since she rules the underworld.
Underworld.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. and you rocked her underworld, didn't you?
That's right.
Ghost Rider, man, I'm liking this Ghost Rider series and I'm liking the Danny Ketch one too.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
and Danny Ketch is in this series too.
Ooh, nice.
Did you know that, there's a Ghost Rider Wolverine merge coming up in the next couple of months? It's going to be called something like Ghost Arene or something like that.
Wolverine.
Ghost Arene.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I just saw an ad for it. It's going to be a merge of Ghost Rider and Wolverine.
Okay.
That sounds like an 80s synth pop group.
I know.
Yeah. Well,
It's like, what the hell?
What's it called? Ghost Arene?
Yeah, something like that.
It's
I got
mouthwash that fights back.
I guess that's better. That's better than Wolst. So
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
It was one of the books I was just reading.
Dan, you and I appreciated that joke.
Yeah.
So.
That's right. The Captain America Symbol of Truth book, and then a couple facsimiles. Now, Sal, I know Tim, you got the real deal of this not long ago.
I do
Yeah,
actually.
yep.
I have a real actual copy of that.
Yep. But again, I'm all for these books because they give people a affordable alternative to buy these, because even sometimes it could be tough on the wallet to buy the collected editions.
Oh, it was when I got mine.
Yeah, well, but to buy this,
Yeah.
buy this single one like this, you can get all the ads.
Yeah.
And this is such a great story, that
Mhm.
ended, the Gwen, the great Gwen Stacy saga with the Goblin. And
Well,
then
see, and the good thing about them facsimiles, hold that back up real quick if you don't mind. The good thing about that, ladies and gentlemen, is don't feel bad about getting those, because those are considered variant covers right along the line of the issue itself. So, like you said, Uncle Gary, if that's the closest you can get right now, get it.
Right.
It's a story you can't deny.
there's so many, Brave and the Bold 28 is one of the most important books I have, and there's so many variants of them.
Yeah.
And I think the only variant I don't have, there's a Monopoly edition,
Right.
that came with a Monopoly game, and that's like the only one I don't have, so it's kind of neat. And then the last facsimile I have.
That is not a facsimile. Oh my God.
That's not. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I don't know how these get mixed in. The
Stop
fellas
showing
didn't-
off.
I didn't even show this facsimile to the fellas the other day.
Ah.
Yeah, you're right, because it says 12 cents and the other one's got the adjusted
Oh
price.
my God.
I don't know how this happens. You just
Sal, how did that book go pass by you without being noticed while you were there?
we didn't show it. Though
Oh.
though the other day it was funny when they came over, they're looking at stuff and they're looking at just a stack I have, and I've got Silver Surfer 4 in there, and they're like, "What the hell? You didn't even show this." I'm like, "Man, I don't know what's laying around here."
Yeah, it was just a random stack of comics he had sitting.
Oh,
It wasn't even on top. It was like on the bottom of the stack.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the stack. So
We weren't even
who knows
filming
where
yet.
this came from?
I was just like, "Oh, what's this?" And I just kind of flipped through them. I'm like, "You just have this like randomly lying around." Like,
It's like coffee table books.
Yeah.
It's in one of those boxes.
Yeah, and it's funny, we weren't filming at that time because that would have been funny, because they were like, "What the hell, man?" But this one, it's a little beat, but it ain't bad.
God, just to see it on camera is jaw dropping.
Oh, the other day when Dan hugged the book, I think it was Brave and the Bold.
I saw
28.
that. Yep.
That was great. He was in Nirvana. So those are my marbles.
All right, Dan. Why don't you go ahead and show some Marvel love today?
well, you want me to follow that up?
Yes.
That's better to you than me. All right.
All right. Well, I also got Daredevil and Echo #2. I guess it's going to be. I picked up the first one because I thought it was a one shot. I guess it's a mini series. I think it's 4 issues.
Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5.
I
want to say 4.
Yeah. I got She-Hulk #14.
Yes. Haven't read it yet. On my top list.
Yeah, which is this book's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think it's
4
safe to
issues,
say
yeah.
that you are loving that series as much as I am.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I dig it.
And I started reading it on a recommendation from you.
And it's funny. Like, I saw someone online complaining about the covers of this. Like, I love the covers. Like,
Covers are amazing.
They're not really like telling you too much about the story that's in them, but like they're all really nice and like they're all visually striking when you see them on the rack.
Yeah.
It's a clean cover. It's clean too, without a lot of background, and it pops.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then the last one I got is I also got Thor 35.
Nice.
That's great
I like
cover.
good hair.
Yeah, which is the last issue of the book, and then it's going to be restarting with a new issue 1 for the Immortal Thor.
Right on.
Once again, because another book Marvel had to end early because Donny Cates like dropped everything.
Yep. Well, all right, Dan, that's good for Marvel for you today then.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Sal, you will bring up the rear. So, I haven't read it yet, but Uncle Gary, you already showed it once, but I did read issue 27. So I got 28, and this is on the bottom of my stack to read, so I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm not...
Well, I'd like to hear what you have to say about that when you read it, though, because it wasn't bogged down with all the other crap, like what did Peter do and all that. It was a Doc Ock story. You know?
So I read 27, and I honestly tried, guys. I really did, but
He's still tainted.
I am. As soon as they started destroying Dr. Octopus's arms and stuff, and he's just like, F these, I don't need these worthless POSs anymore. I'll get rid of them. Just toss them out and destroy them. My new arms will destroy them. The new arms look like shit. That's what they look like. They don't look good at all. Gold Goblin is a gold-laced turd, and Spider-Man's new suit looks like ham-hocked shit too. I fucking hate it. There's your F-bomb for the night, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought
Tim, you're on the fence with this. You should be more decisive.
The only good part about this is the Ed McGuinness artwork. McGuinness, you're doing great. You're doing awesome. You are single-handedly saving.
But McGuinness did not do the cover art, did he? Because
No.
I cannot stand the cover art.
No, that's not him. But the interiors are amazing. Zeb Wells, you are an angry, tiny little man, and I can't wait for you to get off of fucking Spider-Man. There's 2. God almighty. All right.
Tim, you
be on our show, 1 to 2.
You definitely said before that you were going to stop reading Spider-Man after
the
whole the death issue.
But like somebody that enjoys beating himself up a little too much, I was like, I'll give it a try. And
you're a masochist.
I hated it, so I'm not going to read anymore until next.
I'm going to read it, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
Until next month when he's showing his pulls off and he shows Amazing Spider-Man number 29.
So here's another 28, but this has somebody awesome on the cover instead of somebody not awesome. This is the She-Hulk Stormbreakers version, and I dig this because she's given a little flex and tearing that suit.
That should have been a variant for her book, though.
Right? That's what I thought it was at first, but that's not. That's an Amazing Spider-Man.
That's how they tricked you.
Yeah. Bunch of jerks. Speaking of She-Hulk, let's go ahead and go with issue 14. Cannot wait to read this. I love the series. Guys, if you're on the fence about She-Hulk, pick it up. It is such a fun, awesome read. Very, very good.
The opposite of Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, it is. And Uncle Gary, like you, I got the facsimile for 122.
Yep.
Can't go wrong.
Nope. And you can put it side by side with your real deal, baby.
Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and get into some back issue gems this week.
Sal didn't do his Marvel.
Oh, that is right. See, it's been so long since I've done this, since it's been 7 days. Go ahead, Sal.
Sal, you said you were bringing up the rear, but
I was bringing up the rear.
That's better than holding up the rear.
I was gonna say, or doing something with the rear.
Let's do
it. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with good old Carnage, number 14.
Great covers.
Before the crossover with the whole Carnage Reigns situation has been a really excellent series, and Carnage and Cassidy have just been showing their real insanity level is just like up a notch.
Wow.
So this is part of the Carnage Reigns thing, and this is Omega. It all ends here. Ooh. Dun dun dun. Spoiler alert: I haven't read it yet, so don't know what happens.
Nice,
but I'm assuming he loses.
Yeah,
All right.
I would think so.
So this is the one of the new books, Heralds of Apocalypse #1. This is the prelude to the fall of the X.
So I heard a rumor about that.
Mhm.
Apocalypse is going good.
We don't want to spoil it. We don't want to spoil it. That's probably the rumor is probably that's the way it's looking, but we'll see what happens.
Okay,
I never
fair
would have
enough.
believed that because I don't think Apocalypse could never be
No.
good.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, who told you that? Because that is
Yeah.
a bold-faced lie.
So I've got Extreme Venomverse #3.
Nice.
Now, if we remember, Tim, was it like 2 weeks ago now that we did a show and I did a live unboxing of my Heroes Corner stuff?
Of your
Like, I had
15
a ton
Extreme Venomverse comics?
Yeah, I had a lot of on there as well. So I'm about a month behind on you guys. You guys got a lot of issues I don't have yet. But I've got X-Men Red #12.
Ooh, very nice. Is that Rob
There's no red on
Liefeld?
that cover.
What's that?
It's a lie. There's no red on that cover. It's a lie. It's false advertising.
That's right.
Yeah.
Number 2.
It's #12.
Oh, yeah,
Number
pants are
12.
red. All right.
Number 12. Okay. All right. And we have Wolverine #34, which has been actually a good series. I like this series a lot. So
I love that cover. That's nice.
it's pretty wicked.
Wolverine and Beast are going at it right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So I got Spider-Man #27
Oh.
and #28.
Oh.
And I don't know. I hate the covers. I really do. These covers are like, I don't know. These covers
The
are not
interior art
at
is
all.
so much better.
Yeah, I know. I started looking at them just before the show, and I was just like, okay, but I cannot stand the
covers
covers.
on those because yeah, you're right. They're not great.
Yep. I have Venom 21.
I like that. I like the new
Yep.
suit.
Also excellent series going on with this. It's not your typical run of the mill Venom, I think, anymore. To tell you the truth, I think he's really grown as a character in a power set type situation.
Instead of the just "I will eat your brains."
Instead of "I will just eat your brains," it's this. Yep.
Now he says, "Please."
Yeah, he says, "Please." It's like Iron Man.
And he wears a
Iron
napkin.
Man. What's that?
And he wears a napkin when he
He wears a
does
bib.
Nice.
It's a
Yeah,
bib.
wears a
Yeah, it's a
bib.
bib.
Dinner etiquette,
Iron Man
ladies and gentlemen.
I am Iron Man #4.
I like that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool cover. And that wraps up my Marvel from my shop.
All right. Now let's get us
Now.
into some back issue goodness.
Yes.
Who wants to start? And not Uncle Gary, because he's going to show super awesome books that nobody can top. So we're going to save that for the last.
Listen, that was the big deal for tonight. The other stuff I got because of the topic of the day. I went, I just went nicer.
Well, let me
Yeah,
get mine out of the way.
And I gotta say, as a plug for when we do comic character of the week tomorrow, we're doing Thor.
Ooh, there we go.
All right. I'll do a Thor cover.
So I'll come by your house tomorrow and pick that book up so I can have it with me when we do the show, right?
That's right.
Sure.
Yes.
Will that make the show much better?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm
And
going
then Dan needs to bring that book here to my house since he lives so close.
drive all the way to Tennessee so it's safe.
This book is going to get some frequent flyer miles.
That's right.
Let's get started with some back issue goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready for this because we got some awesome comic history to show you. First, this is for all three of you. I thought of each and every one of you individually when I picked this up. Dan, it was initially because of the Shazam cover you showed on the Shazam Comic Character of the Week episode. Uncle Gary, because this is yours and mine's connection character, the one we love together. And Sal, simply because you love the title and the character itself.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had to get it. And I got it for $1. It was in
Alex
the
Ross,
dollar bin.
baby.
Yeah.
That's an awesome cover.
Super awesome. Very happy to have this. I love it.
He's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine too.
He did like a whole series of covers similar to that for that JSA run.
They had the Flash one there, and
that one was good too.
I think the Mr. Terrific.
Oh, that one's real good.
That was it. But I saw that and I grabbed that one first.
I think I bought doubles of almost all of those because one of the things where I have like all the horror covers on top of the shelves when they come in is at some point I'll put all of those up.
Oh,
you know, and change it around.
yeah.
You know, change the decor around a little.
So amazing. Going into Justice League, we're going to stick with DC for a little bit. I got Justice League Europe number 15. This is the first appearance of the Extremists and DC's Havoc.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, also got this for $1, so could not pass it up.
That's what I said last week when I was going through, like, if you're going through the dollar bin and there's a first appearance and it's $1, get it.
Grab it.
Like, it's $1.
Yeah, definitely. I got Justice League of America from the New 52 run. This is number 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's after New 52. That's when Brian Hitch did it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Hold up again.
Still in the New 52 costumes.
They
are,
it
but
is,
that's
but
after.
That's after New 52 because yeah, I think that's the one
It
with
does-
Brian
It
Hitch.
doesn't say New 52 on it.
No, but it has that DC logo during that time
right.
period. Okay, that's confusing then.
I
Yeah.
think
Right
that's the
on.
one that. Yeah, I
You
think
must
that's
have
the one
you must have read it naked because Superman's like, ah.
Apparently, I don't know.
That's the one when Brian Hitch was writing and drawing it.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I grabbed it. I have one other issue from that title in here somewhere, and I was like, well, I'll start getting more. And it's only 12 issues, I think, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's not long.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's not long. Next, I got Action Comics number 854. Love the cover.
Great
It's
cover.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the issue where Jimmy Olsen learns that Clark Kent is Superman. So
Oh,
there's
finally
that
he
too.
finds out.
Yeah. Let's get into, I believe this is Perez artwork. Yeah, pretty confident it is. This is when he was doing Action Comics. This is the Brainiac Trilogy Part 3. Tell me this is not awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was $1 too. Can't pass it up. Any of these old Action Comics, the old Perez stuff, I will grab in a heartbeat. Let's see here. We've got some more Perez action going on here. This is Action Comics number 652.
Oh, that's cool.
No,
Yeah.
this is part of the Day of the Kryptonian Man, part 6. And this is when Stern was doing the writing, I believe. Next, we got Catwoman. This is before Brubaker, but not too long before Brubaker. This is Catwoman number 11. Nice cover. I dig
Beautiful.
it. Yeah. Then we got in the middle of the Brubaker run. This is Catwoman number 25.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Too shabby. Now we got 2 autograph books. Sal, these are coming to you soon. This is Lady Death, the Odyssey number 3, I believe. And it is signed right down there by
Nice.
Brian Pulido. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
That's cool. How
That-
minty is that?
I would say not minty fresh, but minty.
Okay. Decent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give it the once over when I get it.
I think that if it grades out, it'll grade between a 9.4 and a 9.6. Those are my estimates, but yours are
Okay.
more expert than mine. And then this is issue number 4, I think. And this is also signed by
Nice.
him down there.
Awesome.
too.
Very good.
That's a lot of cleavage there. Woo.
There it is.
Yeah, that's amazing. So there are those. I got one more book. This is the big one for me for tonight. It's no Journey into Mystery, but this is going into my uninterrupted run of Uncanny X-Men. And with this book, that puts me at 192 to 544 unbroken.
Nice.
Nice.
Uncanny X-Men
Oh, that's
number
a good
192.
one.
Oh, that's
Yep.
the great that's a great Warpath
War-
story.
Yeah,
Where
first
he was taking on the legacy of his brother, and he
Yep.
challenges Xavier. I love that issue.
yes, exactly.
That's also the first in continuity appearance of Firestorm.
Yeah, that's right. That is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Firestar.
Firestar,
Oh,
yeah.
Firestar, yeah,
And
that's right,
she is
yeah.
right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because before that she'd only appeared in like the cartoon and then
Yeah.
some Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends comics. That's
Yeah.
the first time that she like joins the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
If I remember right, like Xavier didn't have his telepathic power at the time, and he had to talk him down just with like using psychology as
Words.
Yeah.
I can't use my mind powers. I got to use real
Use my
words.
Got to use my words.
He's
Well-
still messing with your head, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Sal, what do you got for back issue gems this week?
Okay, I've got, well, this is not too much of a back issue, but I want to show it off anyhow. This is a JTC Avengers #1.
Yeah.
Get it out of the sleeve there. There we go.
That's an awesome cover.
There.
Oh,
it is.
there. Yep.
Look at
Love
that. And that
There
is
we go.
great.
I just love the negative space variants.
Yeah.
They're just wicked.
Nice.
So that's definitely a good one. And I got this one. Let me set you down right there. Let's get you out of the plastic, shall we? There we are.
Oh,
X-Force #1.
Rob
There we are.
Liefeld.
And Rob Liefeld, Mr. No Feet, Mr. Pockets himself,
Yeah.
and shoulder pads.
At a 9-2
And a
sign.
9.2.
That's not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Mr.
No.
draws guns that look like hair dryers.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And when you send me your books to be verified by CBCS, I will be throwing in the old love of this one. Hold on. Oh, I just ripped the bag.
I'm going
on
to
that
show
one.
you
All
the
right.
3 that I have before Dan goes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I got this
Oh,
one as
nice.
well, signed by Mr. Feet. No Feet.
Nice.
But there is some feet there. And then I also have New Mutants #100.
Oh, that's great.
And it's also signed by him, right under Warpath's chest.
Wow. That's wonderful.
That's a fun cover. I love that cover.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good for me. That's what I
Let,
got.
let me show you the signed books that
Okay.
I'm going to be sending your way. So we've got the Lady Death books, but I found this in my collection. This is Civil War #5. This is signed by the Inker Vines.
Nice.
That'll
Oh.
be coming. Yep, I've
Mhm.
had that for quite a while. I think I paid 75 cents for this. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Look,
Yeah.
it's a cool cover.
Then we've seen this before, that Spider-Gwen with the remark and the autograph.
Oh, that's
nice.
a real cool cover.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, this is the second printing.
What artist is that did that?
Latour.
Latour.
Yeah, that sounds right. Latour.
Yeah. Yeah, with a remark. And I've got the Jim Lee autographed book with the Dynamic Forces. So, and that
See,
is
that's a
number.
great cover.
Oh yeah, that is number 67 of 250. So there's that. All right, Dan, go ahead and show us what you got for back issue stuff this week, if any.
I don't have any this week. After I got all the stuff at Time Warp last week, I just got my regular pulls this week.
Why don't you go
know,
ahead and bless us with a look at that Iron Fist?
Yeah, give us a
right
little
there.
preview. 3 or 4, 5 or
Yeah,
6.
them slabs there.
He's
Oh,
got a nice Avengers Annual 10 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So it's Iron Fist number 14.
Oh,
That's nice.
I bought this. I have the whole run of this, which isn't a long run, but it's Chris Claremont and John Byrne before they worked together on X-Men.
yeah.
And I bought the whole run of it years ago for, I mean, I don't know, probably like $30 for the whole run.
Wow.
Something like that. This, like I said, it was a long time ago before the prices like really jumped up. And then I got that one. I got
That Captain America book looks pretty awesome.
the which one?
It does.
The Captain America book.
Oh yeah, the one that Sal gave me for Christmas. Gary said the Avengers Annual
10. Yep.
and
Yeah, that's first Rogue.
First row.
yeah, first row.
Okay,
I got
yeah.
this at Baltimore Comic Con a couple years ago for I don't know, like $30 or $40 too for this. Something
Wow.
not too much. I had it graded myself, but I bought the book. I bought the
That-
book for that.
That book should be worth a lot more than it is right now.
And you know that book was an apology for Avengers 200.
Yeah, and I think it's too because she's not on the cover. So even there's that, and then just within arm's reach, I had this. I don't know if you looked through those shorts that I sent you yet, Tim, but this was one of the shorts I did.
That
Star
might be in the
Slayer.
second. Oh yeah, that's going to be up tomorrow or Monday.
So this is
Love that
Star
book.
Slayer issue 2. I know that Sal and Tim know the significance. I'm sure you do too, Gary. Right?
Oh yeah.
The first appearance of the Rocketeer.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
As we've established on here before, I'm a Rocketeer fan. So
Yeah.
and this
Oh,
is one
really?
I got this super cheap too. Like I don't know, just a few bucks, and it's not worth a lot. It's worth
Wow.
you could still get them off of eBay, pretty cheap. So
Okay.
if you want a cool story with some unbelievable artwork and a first appearance, that's a good one to get.
Nice.
Well, the Star Slayer is not a bad book in itself.
Yeah, that one's a good one
I
too.
really enjoyed that character, and I'm a big fan of Mike Grill anyway.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Dan, thank you for showing us what's on the spinner rack. Now, Uncle Gary, why don't you go ahead and take the last bit of this and show us some awesomeness?
All right, so because of what later on we're going to talk about is why do we collect, I got nostalgic, and I'm showing books from my first few years of collecting. So, I threw the big gun in Journey into Mystery all earlier, so this is just a nostalgia trip. And if I'm going to start nostalgia, and the fellas got to see this in person, but this is my Genesis book.
Yeah.
The Beat to Hell copy of JLA 111, Just Leave America 111.
And you were
Mhm.
mentioning in the video for the Emporium that you really dug the 100-page books, right?
And then you're getting ready to see a whole stack of them, baby.
Nice.
And this book's Beat to Hell. It ought to look like that.
Wow.
Yeah. How's that?
Nice.
Is that better? There we go. So
Very
it
good.
ought to look like that. There we go.
Yeah.
So a little bit of difference, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
This isn't even my best copy. So my best copy's in the JLA file. But I was telling Sal that the only books I've ever taken to get graded are the 2 Swamp Thing 9s that I had, because that book's my favorite cover of all time. That was my first Swamp Thing of all, that I ever bought. But it's my favorite cover, and with my daughters, we'll get my collection eventually. But I want them to have a graded copy of that, and it's important. But I think I want to get a graded copy of 111 too. So I've looked to find one. I've never seen one for sale, so I might have to send one of mine in. So, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's the 4th of July, so we need to celebrate the bicentennial. And when you think bicentennial, who doesn't think Aquaman on a seahorse with a flag?
That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
don't.
Yep. So anyway, that's Adventure 446. And then what was cool, if you look at the top, it's DC Comics salutes the bicentennial.
Mm-hmm.
This masthead only ran for 1 month, which is nuts. So this, they could have ran this for several months. But
Turn it more. Turn it more. There you go. There you go.
I was getting the light on it. There we go. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
But anyway, like I said, great Jim Aparo cover, but Aquaman being patriotic. So
There you go.
here we go. Oh, one of my very first Spectre covers.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Look at
nice.
that.
Love
That's
seeing that.
That's another pair. Yeah, I got that for you, Tim. I figured you would like that.
So
This only-
good.
This only ran, and they changed the name, the logo a little bit. Weird Adventure, but it was only a 10-issue run. But oh my God, what a 10 issues! It's been collected a lot, but Tim, when you go a little further on the Spectre, you only got 10 of these to get, baby. So
The thing that I liked about when you guys were talking about those 12 and 10 centers is when you were talking about like the title took up half of the cover.
that was the 10. That was the golden age, right?
Yep.
Those golden age books where the masthead
Yeah.
is easily a third of the cover. I just dig those, man.
Yeah.
So when I get my golden age books, that's what I try to target, is to get the large masthead. I showed you the Batman 15 when he's shooting the gun. That was a big deal because issue 16, the logo shrunk.
Well,
So-
do you think that, and we can gloss over this briefly now and go into it deeper later, but do you think that the reason why a third of the cover was the logo was because of how it was positioned on newsstands?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those were clipped, remember,
Yep.
too. They
Right.
and you watch the old shows, you see the books clipped on there, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I wish I
It'd
had
be
that
like
book.
this.
Oh my God, they're clipping it, But they would show it, and you could see it from a distance.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yep. So I believe that was what. The first issue of Commandy I ever bought.
Oh,
Nice.
And what these 100 pagers that I'm showing you, when I get to them, a lot of those I have upgraded, but I can't turn them back in, and can't, because my buddy Damien gives me credit and I buy more books. I just can't do it because I bought them, It's not, if it was a book that I didn't originally have, I can let it go a little. But even then with the 100 pagers, it's shaky. So I'm so nostalgic. This is my first Flash cover of all time.
Wow.
That I ever
Flash
bought.
reading the Flash.
Yep. 227. So that was my first Flash book. These are all pretty much these are all 1974. The Aquaman was a 76.
Wow.
My first Superman issue.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Yep. He's being pulled through the earth and he's grabbing onto the U. So,
nice interaction with the logo.
I love when they use the logos interactively. So
that's cool.
All right, 100 pages. You ready? Here we go.
Yep, let's do it.
Do it.
All right. World's Finest. The great World's Finest. What am I? 225. 225. So
nice.
Batman and Superman action right there.
And then you got the reprints in there too. So you're getting some love from the other. And Dan and I talked about that a little bit. That's where so much comic knowledge that stuck in here was because all the reprint stories they had in these. You get one new story and some new features, but it was about the reprints. This was my first Brave and the Bold, 114, Batman and Aquaman. Jim Aparo did the main cover here, and Aquaman was a badass in this book.
Wow.
And I think that affected me, that he's my favorite character because of the portrayal in this book. So
100 pages for only 60 cents.
60 cents. And the very first year of the 100 pages, they were 50 cents. So it's even better. All right, this is for you again, Tim. A Spectre, Batman and the Spectre.
Very nice. Always awesome to see them team up.
Yep. And that would have been a great full page cover. I know it's harder to see where, and shit, I'm there.
Right
there it is.
Perfect.
Right there.
Yep. So the Spectre materializing through the wall, and the the Indian god getting ready to stab old bats.
That's not going to happen. We know that doesn't happen.
Brave and the Bold, Batman and Sergeant Rock.
Oh, wow.
That's
a little firing squad action.
Yep.
He must have been a bad boy. Second issue of JLA I ever got, 112.
Ooh.
Amazo. So cool story time with this. In issue 111, that was my first issue. Libra, who had never appeared again, and then until Final Crisis a few years ago, he appeared in that. But 111, my first one, he stole half their powers, and so the JLA has got to get their powers back because Libra dissipated into the ether. And how do you get your powers back? Well, you reactivate Amazo and let him suck the powers back down. And so they reactivate Amazo and then have to take the powers back from him. So really cool story.
Those old Justice League covers, I love the floating heads they have on the
Oh,
spine.
absolutely. The floating heads are the bomb, baby.
Yep.
All right, my man, Bernie Wrightson.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
weird. Yep.
nice.
This was the 50 center. Yep.
100
so this one
pages
actually,
of weird.
It's weird. Weird mystery tales.
Wow.
And it was 100 page or so. Some of the hard books there. Another great Aparo Batman detective cover. Dan had an old detective he bought a few weeks ago. He had in his stack, and that was a little bit after the 100 pages. But there's another great Aparo, and this is during the Manhunter run, which was written by Walt Simonson, which was or drawn by him, not written by him. Goodwin wrote it, but the Paul Kirk Manhunter character, just great. Great.
Yeah, that was so good. And that collected volume they did of all the Manhunter shorts. Oh, that was great.
And there was a final story in that Manhunter run that Goodwin and Simonson were going to do together, and Goodwin died. So Simonson told the story, but there were no words.
Nice.
That was his tribute to Archie, was to tell the story, but with no words. So really cool.
The oldest detective comic I have is 379 from 1968.
That's close to mine. My oldest is 44.
Wow. That's nowhere near close.
I know. It's a little bit of leather. But 379 is awesome. I'm 280. My uninterrupted run of Detective is 288 up.
Jeez.
So that's 60 years. That's 60
Yeah.
years of Detective I have uninterrupted. The great Joe Kubert.
Gotta
So,
love it.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I need to do.
That man inspired so many, not including his son.
Oh yeah.
Oh, listen. Oh yeah. Well, look at his art school. You know,
Yeah.
you know, he's teaching. He's teaching there. Superboy the Legion.
That's cool.
Let me
Nice.
come on, guys. Come on, buddy. Yeah.
There you
Right
go.
there, right there.
Fighting the glare. Fighting
That's
the
good.
glare.
There you go.
Wow.
I know.
Anyway,
That's great.
The Wrath of the Devilfish. Got a hold of Superboy. The fellas at Comic Logic saw a copy of this book that we had there.
Ooh.
And it's got a significance to it. You remember what it was, fellas? It's first appearance of something. Arkham.
Arkham, yeah, Arkham Asylum or Arkham Hospital.
Our Arkham Hospital in that book. Hey, way to remember that. Yep.
Sal,
Arkham
you get a
Hospital.
do you know point.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
Yeah.
I remember something.
Yeah, you remember that. An Unexpected, 100-page Unexpected.
Very nice.
Well, that's unexpected.
Something's up in that attic. Getting ready to grab them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going through comic history right now. What decade are we in, Uncle Gary?
70s. These are most of these books are from 74. Some of them from 75. And then here's my last 100-pager. This is my first Flash 100-pager.
Oh.
So that's
great.
Some books were 100-pagers every month for about a 6-month span or 7 months. Some of them were sporadic, like that Flash 227 I showed you was my first Flash. Here's Flash 229, and I think the next one was 233 maybe, became a 100-pager. So they would sporadically do them, but it's just, God, so much fun to get these and to have these, you know, and got a Jay Garrick and a Ragdoll cover. So, so like I said, no, none of these are high dollar. In top shape, most of these books are would probably run you 50 or 60.
Nice.
You know?
Can you do me a favor and just show that Journey of Mystery one more time? Let's end the night looking at that.
You want to see the facsimile?
No, not at all. Oh, no.
You want to see the other facsimile?
Yes, the one that's the 12. There it is. Oh, don't tease. Oh my God. Okay.
And like I said, the fellas didn't get to see that one the other day. They did see in '85 first Loki.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my Journey into Mystery run into Thor is this is 83. Mm-hmm. After 83, I have all of them.
Oh my God. Okay. That's enough of that.
So what would you think the price tag of that one is right now, Gary?
What? How much this cost?
Yeah. Well, how much do you think it's worth right now?
Okay, so
I'm gonna go out and try to find it.
I bought this about it's been about 5 years ago or something, and it was a lot cheaper. Right now, in the shape it's in, I'm sure this book is $4,000 at least. At least.
Okay.
Probably more. I'm probably being conservative because during COVID things shot up so nuts, and I know things have leveled off some a little bit, but this book I'd say between $4,000 and $6,000. You know, because it's got some condition issues on it, but Journey in Mystery 83, I'll take it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and end it on that high note. If you want to see more walks through comic book history, just remember Uncle Gary's going to be with us every weekend for After Dark, along with the rest of us here. Yep. The books overshadow everything. So if you want to see more awesomeness like that, Dan, what do they need to do?
They need to go check us out online at thecodexstation.com. You can find links to all of our different social media presences on the internet there. You can find merch. You can find little bios and pictures of all of us, and just go there and have a good time.
There you go. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow on any platform you're watching us now, especially with your favorite social media platforms
Yes.
and all that jazz. Don't forget, we got the Patreon right there, ladies and gentlemen, for you to check out for the price of a cup of coffee. If you so please, you get awesome exclusive merch and things like that, only available to patron members. Also, Sal, where can people find you when you are not doing Codex stuff?
All right, when I'm not here on the Codex Station, you can always find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner and on Instagram as the Slab Guy 77.
There we go. And Dan, what about you when you're not Instagramming on Instagram? Where they can they find you on Instagram?
Yes, you can find me live on Instagram.
Don't say Instagram. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. I post there a few times a week. Art, writing, music, whatever strikes my fancy. Like this thing drawing that I am working on, that I have been working on for a long time because it's taken me a long time to get. How many times am I going to say a long time?
One more time. How long?
Yeah, go give me a follow and like some stuff and leave some comments. Let me know what you think and what you want to see me draw next. And then
there you go.
Right here beside me, the latest member of the posse, the latest member of the Fun Bunch.
Uncle Gary, where can people find you when you're not here on Codex?
I'm happy to be here, but unlike Dan, I don't know if I want anybody striking my fancy. Hands off of that. And again, I'm proud to be here, fellas. Thank you for having me. So I'm on Facebook. I'm Opie Taylor on Facebook. On the Comic Character of the Day site, I am currently putting up all the covers we have. So if you have any input on the covers, you like them, you don't like them, let me know. If you say it's too old school, I'm not going to listen to you, but that's okay. Look, I'll treat you like opinion. I'll treat you like a third world country. You'll have a vote. It won't count, but you get. So, but I will take input, and hopefully you like the covers I'm showing. I'm a co-owner of Comic Logic in Ashburn, Virginia. If you're in Northern Virginia, come see us. The first Thursday of every month, we do a preview show where we go through the previews book and try to hit people up to, hey, order this. This is a great book. So I especially like to point out the collected editions of some classic comic gold that people ought to have in their collection. So, and we also talk about the new books. The second and third Thursday of every month, we do the Grumpier Old Nerd show, the same cast of characters, and we just sit around and bullshit and talk about books, comics, sports, TV shows, anything that strikes our fancy. We run off the rails all the time, so that's it's part of the appeal, baby.
Right on.
So, and now I can be seen on Codex Station thanks to y'all.
That's awesome. Right. Absolutely.
I'm so jacked. Fellas. Thank you.
Oh, we've got more coming, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for Breaking the Code, where we're going to talk about why we collect. Archie Heavy is going to join us here in just a few moments. But before we get into that, Sal, if you don't mind, let everybody know about this week's sponsor, please, and then we'll get out of here.
All right. This week's sponsor is Dubby Energy Drink. Is a clean form of energy drink, and you can find them at dubby.gg. They've got assorted flavors that you can try. The good things are about this is there's no jitters, there's no crash, and it has a good taste to it. There's no bitter aftertaste. So go check them out. Use the code word CODEX, that's COD-X, and you can save 10% on checkout.
Fantastic. All right.
I got to say, I've been drinking it every morning. Wake me up, and it works. And I've also started drinking it in the afternoon when I'm leaving work, and I'm just like, oh, I'm tired. I gotta go pick my daughter up from daycare, take her to go do something, and I'm just tired. I've been starting to drink it then too, and it just
perfect.
It wakes me up, and gets me going.
And there's no crash, is there?
No, there's not. In fact, like I'll drink it. It'll keep me going for as I leave work around 5, it'll keep me going for a couple hours, and then when it's time for bed, like I'm good to go.
You're good to go.
If he's driving, the last thing he wants is crash.
Right. Yes. Or a bad aftertaste. Or the jitters.
Crash, no.
Or the jitters.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim. This guy over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is the newest member of the Codex Station, Uncle Gary. And right next to him is Dan Kelly, formerly of Instagram, now live on Instagram. This is Comics of the Week, Pull Box, and Back Issue Gems. And we will see you next time.